Hey everyone! Welcome back to English Daily Practice. I'm Olivia.
And I'm Michael. Don't worry, today's English is easy and useful for your daily life.
Today we talk about how to change your life.
This is a very big topic for many people.
Many students tell me they feel very stuck lately.
That is true. It feels like you cannot move.
Why does that happen to so many people, Michael?
I think it is the big fear of failure.
Mistakes can be very scary when you are new.
Definitely, especially when you speak a new language now.
I remember my first English presentation long ago.
Really? Was it a very bad experience for you?
Yes, I was shaking like a leaf that day.
We have all been there. It is very normal.
Absolutely. But we call this analysis paralysis often.
That is a very important term for our lesson.
It means overthinking until you stop moving completely.
Right, you spend months just planning to start.
Exactly. You wait for the perfect moment to come.
But that perfect moment is just a myth.
Perfectionism is just procrastination in a fancy disguise.
I love that. Procrastination in a fancy disguise.
It is true. We use it as an excuse.
We stay in our comfort zones because they feel safe.
Why is perfectionism so dangerous for English learners?
Because it makes you afraid to open your mouth.
You wait until your grammar is 100% correct.
But you can only learn grammar by using it.
Exactly. You cannot learn to swim outside the water.
That is a great example. You must get wet.
Many people think that making mistakes is shameful.
Actually, mistakes are the only way to grow.
I always tell my students to love their mistakes.
That is a very brave way to think.
If you do not fail, you are not trying.
So we should celebrate when we make a mistake?
Yes, it means you are pushing your limits today.
I see. It is like a muscle growing stronger.
Exactly. Muscles need pressure to get bigger and better.
I used to be so shy about my accent.
Your accent is your identity, not a mistake, Michael.
Thank you. I wish I knew that years ago.
Most people are too busy worrying about themselves anyway.
That is true. They are not judging your English.
They are thinking about their own fears and problems.
So we are free to practice without any shame?
Precisely. Just let go of the need to be perfect.
Let's talk about how to make progress very slowly.
Michael, how do we actually start the changing process?
We should talk about the famous 1% rule.
I love this. Small changes lead to big results.
Exactly. It is about small and daily improvements.
Just 1% better every single day of life.
Does that sound very hard to you, Olivia?
No, it sounds very doable for any busy person.
True, but the results over time are actually massive.
Tell us the amazing math behind this rule, Michael.
In 1 year, you will be 37 times better.
37 times? That is truly incredible and shocking.
Small efforts compound over time like bank interest.
Most people want to see results very quickly.
They want the magic pill or the fast hack.
But real change is a very slow process.
Consistency is much more important than high intensity.
I always say small steps lead to big results.
Like learning 5 new words every single morning.
Or listening to a short podcast while you drive.
That is your 1% for the day.
It builds momentum over time, does it not?
Momentum is the force that keeps you going.
You do not need a giant leap every day.
Just a small step forward every single day.
Why do people quit their English studies so fast?
Because they start with too much intensity at first.
Like studying for 5 hours in one single day?
Exactly. Then they feel exhausted and they stop.
It is better to study for 15 minutes daily.
Yes, 15 minutes every day is better than 5 hours once.
Your brain needs time to process new information.
It is like watering a plant, you see.
You cannot give a year of water in one day.
The plant will die if you do that.
It needs a little bit of water every day.
Learning a language is exactly the same process.
Slow and steady always wins the long race.
Many students get discouraged after only 1 week.
They think they should be fluent very quickly.
But fluency is a marathon, not a short sprint.
You have to enjoy the walk, not just the finish.
I agree. The journey is where the magic happens.
How can we stay consistent when we are tired?
You make the task so small, it is easy.
Like reading just one sentence before you go to sleep?
Yes, even when tired, you can do 1 sentence.
That keeps the habit alive in your mind.
And keeping the habit alive is the most important part.
Michael, why is our mindset so powerful for learning?
It controls how we see every challenge we face.
We should discuss the growth versus fixed mindset.
Carol Dweck wrote a very famous book about this.
A fixed mindset says, I can never really change.
It says, I am just not good at English.
That is such a dangerous thought for a student.
It stops your progress before you even start.
But the growth mindset is a very different thing.
It says, I can learn anything with enough effort.
Mistakes are just a natural part of the process.
I love seeing mistakes as useful feedback now.
Feedback is a gift, not a sign of failure.
That shift in thinking will change your whole life.
So anyone can become fluent if they try?
Absolutely, if they believe they can improve daily.
Effort is much more important than natural talent.
Talent is just a small head start in life.
But hard work is what wins the long race.
I have seen many talented people quit very early.
They lack the right mindset to handle the struggle.
We must embrace the struggle to find the growth.
The struggle means your brain is working very hard.
Your brain is actually rewiring itself for success.
We often speak very badly to ourselves, Michael.
The voice in our head can be very mean.
It says things we would never say to friends.
Like, you are stupid, or you sound very silly.
We must stop this negative talk right now.
How can we change that inner voice, Olivia?
We must replace it with a kind teacher voice.
Instead of I can't, we say I can't yet.
That one word yet changes the whole meaning.
It means the door is still open for you.
Be your own best friend on this difficult journey.
If a friend makes a mistake, you encourage them.
You do not scream at them for failing.
So why do we scream at ourselves in our heads?
Because we think being hard on ourselves helps us.
But it actually makes us want to quit sooner.
Kindness gives us the energy to try again.
I started being kinder to myself last year.
Did you notice a difference in your progress?
Yes, I am not afraid to try new things now.
Confidence comes from self-acceptance and practice.
I feel much lighter when I am practicing now.
That is the power of a positive inner dialogue.
Let's teach our brain to work for us today.
Michael, let us talk about the science of focus.
You mean the reticular activating system, right?
Yes, the RAS. It sounds very technical and smart.
It's just your brain's filter for information.
So it decides what we see and notice?
Exactly. It filters millions of pieces of data daily.
It's like when you buy a new car.
You suddenly see that car everywhere on the street.
Were they always there in the past, Michael?
Definitely, but your brain was filtering them out.
How do we use this system for learning English?
You must tell your brain that English is important.
Focus on the progress you are making every day.
Then your brain will notice more English around you.
You will hear new words in every movie.
You will notice English signs in your own city.
It is like your brain becomes a big magnet.
A magnet for new opportunities and fast learning.
This is a huge game changer for me today.
We always see what we are looking for.
If I look for failure, I will find it.
But if you look for growth and success,
Then I will see growth everywhere I go.
that is the true power of the RAS system.
How can we train our focus to be stronger?
Visualization is a very powerful tool for this.
You mean imagining yourself speaking English fluently?
Yes, imagine yourself having a great conversation.
Close your eyes and feel the confidence now.
Your brain does not know the difference sometimes.
Between a real event and a clear imagination?
Exactly. It prepares your nerves for the real task.
I do this before every big video we film.
It helps to reduce the stress and the anxiety.
Focus is a muscle that we must train daily.
Most people have a very short attention span now.
Because of social media and all the notifications.
We must learn to sit and focus deeply.
Deep work is where the real learning happens.
Put your phone in another room for a while.
Just 20 minutes of deep focus is enough.
You will learn more than in 2 distracted hours.
Focus on one thing at a single time.
Multitasking is just a way to do things badly.
I agree. Give your full heart to your English.
The rewards of deep focus are very high.
It makes the learning process much faster, too.
Now let us talk about the people around us.
Michael, you often mention the 5 people rule.
Yes, it is a very famous rule for success.
It says you are the average of your friends.
If your friends are lazy, you will be lazy.
That is a very scary thought for many people.
Environment is much stronger than willpower, Olivia.
So we must choose our friends very wisely.
Absolutely. Surround yourself with people who push you.
Find friends who are also learning a new language.
Their positive energy will rub off on you daily.
Like a positive infection of growth and hope.
Exactly. A growth infection is what we need.
What if our friends are not interested in growth?
Then you must find a new community online.
Like our English daily practice family here?
Yes, this is a place for ambitious people only.
We support each other and we learn together.
Having a community makes the journey less lonely.
You feel like you are part of a team.
And a team can go much further than one.
I love the support I see in our comments.
People from all over the world helping each other.
That is the best kind of environment to have.
Let us also look at our digital environment now.
Our phones are a big part of our environment.
That is true. We look at them for hours.
Who are you following on your social media?
Are they inspiring you or just draining you?
I need to unfollow some negative people today.
Many people need to do that for their peace.
We should curate our feeds for our success.
Follow teachers, mentors, and very positive thinkers.
Turn your phone into a tool for growth.
It should not be a tool for wasting time.
Change the language of your phone to English.
That is a brilliant tip for any beginner.
You will see English words every time you look.
It forces your brain to adapt very quickly.
I did that when I was learning Spanish.
Was it difficult at the beginning, Olivia?
A little bit, but I learned words like settings.
And notifications and messages and battery life.
Small changes in your digital life matter a lot.
You are the architect of your own digital world.
I love that. Build a world that helps you.
Do not let the world build you by accident.
Precisely. Now let us move to taking action.
Taking action is the most important final step.
Michael, why is taking action so difficult for us?
Because we want everything to be perfect first.
We are back to the perfectionism trap again.
Perfect is always the enemy of the good.
I often wait until I feel 100% ready.
You will never feel 100% ready to start.
That is a very hard truth to hear today.
You have to start before you feel ready, Olivia.
Done is always better than perfect, right?
That should be our daily mantra for English.
If I speak with mistakes, I am still learning.
But if you stay silent, you learn nothing.
Mistakes are the only path to real fluency.
You cannot steer a parked car, Michael says.
That is a fantastic analogy for our life.
You have to be moving to change your direction.
Just start with one very small sentence today.
Or write one small comment on this video now.
That is an act of real courage for many.
Action creates confidence, not the other way around.
Most people wait for the confidence to arrive first.
But confidence is the reward for taking action.
So, we must act first to feel good later.
Exactly. Let's wrap this up for our friends.
Michael, this has been an amazing lesson today.
I agree. We covered so many useful topics.
From the 1% rule to the mindset.
And the power of our environment and focus.
What is our final takeaway for everyone listening?
Real change is possible for every single person.
I truly believe that with all my heart.
But it starts with one tiny step forward.
So here is our final challenge for you.
Pick one tiny habit for your tomorrow morning.
Just one? Like 5 minutes of English reading?
Something so small you cannot fail to do.
That leaves no room for any excuses then.
Consistency is the secret sauce of all success.
Please tell us your habit in the comments.
We want to support you on your journey.
Remember that we are all in this together.
English Daily Practice is more than just a channel.
It is a family of learners from everywhere.
Let's keep growing and learning every day.
Thank you for joining us in this video.
Do not forget to like and subscribe now.
See you in the next lesson. Keep practicing.
Bye-bye. See you very soon, my friends.